The magic stone. Once, in a quiet village surrounded by forests and rivers, there lived a young boy named Eli. He was not rich, not strong, and not very tall. But he had something special, a curious heart. Eli loved to explore the forests behind his village. While other children played games or helped in the fields, Eli walked under the trees, listened to birds, and watched the wind move the leaves. He always believed that something magical was waiting to be found. One day, after finishing his chores early, Eli decided to go deeper into the forest than ever before. The sun was high, and the path was quiet. Birds flew above him, and squirrels ran between trees. He walked for hours until the trees grew taller and thicker. The ground became softer with moss, and the air was cooler. Then, something shiny caught his eye under an old oak tree. It looked like a small, glowing rock. Eli bent down and picked it up. The stone was smooth, round, and warm in his hand. It had a soft, golden light that pulsed like a heartbeat. He had never seen anything like it. "It must be a magic stone," he whispered. The moment he said those words, the light inside the stone grew brighter for a second, then calmed again. Eli was amazed. He put the stone in his pocket and ran home. That night, he placed the stone beside his bed and stared at it. "If you are magic," he said, "please help me." But nothing happened. The stone only gave a soft glow in the dark. Eli was a little disappointed, but he kept it anyway. The next morning, something strange happened. His old shoes, which had holes, looked new. The wooden spoon he had broken last week was back in one piece. His sick chicken was walking around the yard, looking healthy. Eli was surprised. He looked at the stone. "Did you do this?" he asked. The stone, of course, did not answer, but its soft glow made him believe it had something to do with the changes. He smiled and whispered, "Thank you." Day by day, more good things happened. The dry plants in the garden grew green. His little brother stopped coughing. His mother's tired face looked happier. The house felt warmer and more peaceful. Eli never told anyone about the stone. He kept it hidden and close to him. He started to believe the stone could fix anything. He wanted to use it to help everyone. One evening, while walking to the market, Eli saw an old man sitting on the ground. His clothes were torn, and he looked hungry. People walked past him, not even looking. Eli stopped and took out some bread he had in his bag. He gave it to the old man, who smiled with tears in his eyes. "Thank you," the man said in a weak voice. "You have a kind heart." Eli helped the man stand up and gave him a little money too. That night, when he got home, he saw that the stone was glowing more than usual. He didn't ask for anything, but the next morning, he found a coin in his pocket, more than he had given the man. It was like the stone had seen his kindness, and gave back more than he gave. Eli realized something. The stone didn't just help when he asked. It responded to kindness. The more good he did, the stronger the stone seemed to become. So Eli began helping more people. He fixed a broken fence for his neighbor. He helped an old woman carry water. He shared food with hungry children. Every time he helped, he felt the stone grow warmer in his pocket. He didn't want rewards. He just wanted to spread good. But not everyone was kind like Eli. One day, a boy from the village named Jorn saw him helping others and started following him. Jorn was rough and greedy. He saw Eli find a lost goat and return it to its owner. Then the next day, Eli had a better shirt. Jorn began to suspect something. He followed Eli into the forest, and watched him sit under a tree and hold the glowing stone in his hand. Jorn waited until Eli went home. Then, that night, he snuck into Eli's house and stole the stone while everyone was sleeping. The next morning, Eli woke up and couldn't find the stone. He searched everywhere. He felt a deep sadness. It was gone. Meanwhile, Jorn held the stone in his room and whispered, "Make me rich! Make me strong!" But nothing happened. The stone was cold and dim. He shouted, "I want gold! I want power!" Still nothing. Jorn grew angry. He threw the stone across the room. Then, he got an idea. He would pretend to be kind, just like Eli. The next day, Jorn helped an old woman cross the street. He gave a piece of bread to a hungry child, but not with love. He did it with pride, hoping to get something in return. He kept checking the stone, but it stayed dark. Days passed. Jorn grew frustrated. "Why doesn't it work?" he yelled. He kicked the stone and threw it into the forest in anger. Back in the village, Eli was quiet and sad. He missed the stone, but more than that, he missed how it made him feel, like he could make a difference. He kept helping people, even without it. "Maybe I was wrong," he thought. "Maybe the real magic is just being kind." Then, one rainy evening, he heard a knock at the door. It was a small girl holding something in her hand. "I found this near the river," she said. "It was glowing. I think it's yours." She handed him the stone. Eli was speechless. The stone was back, and it was warm and shining again. He thanked the girl and hugged her. She smiled and ran off into the rain. Eli sat down and held the stone close. It had returned because he never gave up on kindness, even without it. From that day forward, Eli didn't hide the stone anymore. He placed it in a wooden box in the middle of the village. He told the people, "This stone is not mine. It belongs to all of us. It gives light when we give love. It shines when we help others." Some believed him. Some laughed. But the children listened. They came and sat near the stone. They told stories, helped each other, and watched it glow. Over time, the village changed. People became more helpful. They shared food. They fixed each other's homes. They worked together. The stone glowed brightly every night. It became the heart of the village. Years passed. Eli grew older, but he never stopped helping. The village became known as the kind place. Travelers came and felt peace there. And in the center, the magic stone still glowed, not because of spells or power, but because of the kindness it received and gave back. And so, the lesson of the stone lived on. True magic does not come from power. It comes from the heart. A kind word, a helping hand, a simple smile, these are what make the world glow.